Now for our feature story of the day, breaking news. Florida bill proposes investing up to 10% of the state funds into the pretty little bitty. Going up. That's right. And as shared here, North Carolina, this just came in before I went live. House Speaker Destin Hall introduces legislation to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So it's like every single day there's more states announcing bills and proposals to adopt Bitcoin some way, somehow. But for now, let's dive deeper into what's going on in Florida. Florida State Senator Joe, I don't know if it's Gruters or Grutters, but whatever, I'm going to say Grutters, filed a bill on Friday that would allow the state chief financial officer to invest public funds into Bitcoin. The legislation, known as SB 550, seeks to incorporate the crypto into Florida's financial strategy as a hedge against inflation. Quoting the bill, the chief financial officer may include Bitcoin and other digital assets to serve as stores of value and provide a hedge against inflation, thereby protecting the purchasing power of the state funds. So by introducing Bitcoin into the state investment portfolio, supporters argue that Florida could better safeguard its financial reserves from the economic volatility. That's right, because they must obviously get it. Bitcoin's volatility should be embraced. Volatility equals life force. And Bitcoin's volatility is great because the overall trajectory is it's going up forever, Laura. Bitcoin's theoretically been in a 16-year bull run since the inception of the Genesis block. We do have cycles where there's dips and there's winters, but the overall trajectory is bullish. The bill outlines 3 ways the state can hold Bitcoin. They could do so directly through a secure custody solution, such as like Coinbase would a qualified custodian. I think it's Coinbase Prime that does the custody, or as an ETF approved by the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. And additionally, it allows the CFO to loan Bitcoin holdings under certain conditions to generate additional returns, provided the loans do not expose the state to increase financial risks. SB 550 establishes clear guidelines for these investments, placing a cap on how much of the state funds can be allocated into Bitcoin. Here's what the bill specifies. The amount of public funds that the chief financial officer may invest in Bitcoin may not exceed 10% of the total funds in any account. So my understanding with the current funds available there, 10% would mean up to $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin for the state of Florida. If enacted, the legislation would allow Florida to accept taxes and fees in Bitcoin, which all states should be doing. It's stupid not to, with payments converted to US dollars and deposited into the General Revenue Fund, which the government uses for ongoing expenses. SB 550 amends multiple sections of the Florida law to align with this policy, including investment rules for public and pension funds. So there you have it. Crypto fam, what are your thoughts on Florida and the rest of the states? And I saw something earlier. There's now like 28 or 29 states somehow, some way trying to adopt Bitcoin, whether it's through a strategic reserve bill or for the treasury or for the pension funds or the sovereign wealth funds. So sign of the times, adoption is coming. And the $1 million question becomes, when will Trump be introduced to the strategic Bitcoin reserve bill and have the ability to sign it into action? My understanding, it first has to get approved by like the Senate and some other forces, and then it would be presented for him to put his John Hancock on. But long story short, do you think this year Trump will sign a strategic reserve bill for the United States of America? Do you think it happens this year in 2025? Or do you think it won't happen? And I personally am feeling that the states are going to be adopting it first before on a federal level. But I want to know your thoughts on that. I just think they move slower on a national level, and there's less politics involved at a state level. And the way things are moving with the game theory, the global hash wars, leads me to believe this. But I want to know your thoughts, family. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream.